everybody, let's go way back to an old series of mine, Cedar Adventure. I've actually gone back recently and made some changes, and it's on the workshop right now, so it works with the current version of the game. As I used a lot of mods in the old version which no longer worked, but I've actually added some more rides in, like the what's it called, top scan just there. And this is the first file of the park I'm now showing you, just to remind you of what I did, the whole park and the contents of the park. So I had some cool coasters, I had some custom flat rides there. That was like a drop tower skin that I made. And yeah, just in general, I wanted to create a realistic looking Cedar Fair theme park, you know, something similar to King's Dominion or King's Island, Cedar Point, Dorney Park, those kind of things. And yeah, I'm just showing you here, as you can see at the back there's a bit of space. This spinning coaster here in the middle, I'm not sure with anymore. I think maybe I could replace it with something better. And there's a space also over here behind the launch coaster, which I feel like I could fill in with something new, but I'm not quite sure what to do there quite yet. But here's the current state of this park, and it's okay, I'm happy with it. I'm gonna make some changes with a few little bits, but what I'm going to do is now is just open up the next file, which is the expansion 1 file, which is also on the Steam Workshop. And in this version I've changed some of the path textures using the new path textures, which I think are really cool. So I've gone through the park and done a bit of that, and I've extended the park here out and beyond the inverted coaster. As you saw before, there was a big piece of land there, and I've basically added in a dive coaster called Venom, which is a new addition to the park. And this took me a while to do. I wasn't sure of the layout or how to squeeze it in there, but I've done the drop there underneath the wooden coaster and the Immelman over the top of it as a nice little interaction. And let's just watch it go around a little bit. Bearing in mind my computer does lag a bit with these large park files, just because of how much content is in each park, and my computer really can't handle it that much. But here's a flat ride. This is just a custom flat ride which I made in collaboration with I'm not really sure how to say his name, but Crybuzz or Cybuzz or whatever, however you say it. And yeah, it's just a nice little addition there. And I made these new access roads for other deliveries, that kind of thing. There was already one there going underneath the mega coaster, and I just kind of made that area look a little bit more pretty and a bit more nice. And I also just slightly edited the layout of the wooden coaster myth, because I felt like it needed a bit more twist and a bit more turn, so I added that extra kind of airtime twist turnaround there at the end. So here's the spinning coaster, which I said I want to remove, so let's go ahead and remove it. And then I will just quickly skip to a screenshot of once I've cleared the supports in the land, because I did do custom supports for it. So that's how it's looking at the moment. And I want to build a new ride there, and so I've put signs up and a fence there to let people know that something new is coming. And so here we are into the extension 2 file, and I've put the spinning coaster parts there at the back in storage, just as a little detail. And I've decided I want to go for a family multi-launch coaster. So here's what I came up with in that space, and I've actually extended the coaster over into the piece of land across the river there. But I've gone for a barnstormer theme using the new plane that's in the props, and just kind of making a nice kind of brown color scheme. The launches aren't crazy fast. They're, you know, like I said, it's a family multi-launch coaster. I think the first launch is 45 and the second launch is 55 kilometers an hour. But it's cool, I like it. I've actually put the steel coaster train on this junior coaster track just because I think it looks a bit better. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that looks. I think it looks much better than the spinning coaster. I could put the spinning coaster somewhere else if I wanted to keep it in the park, but I feel like the park needs a bit of a change, a bit of an update. I wanted to keep a family coaster because there isn't really many family coasters in my park. It's mostly thrill coasters, and I thought this would be a nice addition for the younger or people that prefer less intense rides. So we'll just watch the train complete the layout. I tried to make some interactions there with like the broken up barn. That's where the second launch is for the ride. And the coaster interacts really well with the log flume there. I tried to keep everything in its place. I didn't want to remove any supports on the log flume or change the railway track that I have going underneath the coaster. I really wanted to build this ride over the top of the existing stuff to really tax my brain, make myself try and think a bit more on how to squeeze the layout in. But here's in night mode. I've added some lighting there, I've lit up the barn on the inside with some red lights and just kind of highlighted some of the important areas of the coaster, like the launch and the airtime hill after the second launch. So that is the latest version of this park, Cedar Fair's Adventure. I plan on expanding again, and I would like to do something in this area over here, which I'm showing you now. The way I could do that is by joining a path from here over into this path here by Rogue Runner, and then making a new area up in these trees behind the launch coaster. I'm not really quite sure what to put there, so if you have any ideas, let me know down below. But thanks for watching. I'll put links to this park or the 3 files in the description box below. And if you have any questions, comment down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.